Hey guys, Richard. Today in this video, good afternoon. Um, today, today in this video, I am going to be talking to you guys about one special car I've always wanted to talk about for a very long time. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you guys about the Ferrari 458. So without any further ado, let's get started. But before I do, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and all so you are alerted of when I make new uploads. So without any further ado, let's get started. Here we go. So the Ferrari 458. Let's do it. The Ferrari 458 Italia Type F142 is an Italian mid-engined supercar. Some Italian mid-engine supercar or sports car produced by Ferrari. The 458 is the successor of the F430. So the F430, or kind of like the replacement for it, and was first officially unveiled at the 2009 Frankfurt Motor Show. It was succeeded by the 488 GTB. GTB is Gran Turismo Berlinetta. So we got GTR, GTT, GTS as well. We got Gran Turismo Racing, Gran Turismo Touring, Gran Turismo Sport, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If I got it wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments of what GTS would be. Is it GTS Sport? I'm not really sure. There's quite a lot of GTS in a bunch of cars, like, M4 GTS, Porsche Cayman GTS, all that stuff. Anyways, it was succeeded by the 488 GTB Gran Turismo Berlinetta in 2015. Now we're doing overview as usual, so let's do it. So the manufacturer is by Ferrari. So Ferrari, obviously. It's also called the Ferrari 458 Italia, Speciale, and Spider. Production 2009 to 2015. Its assembly is in Maranello in Italy. So Maranello in Italy. So that's the assembly. The designer is Donato Coco in collaboration with Pininfarina. Say Pininfarina. Say Pininfarina. Now we got body and chassis. So the class is a supercar, or it says sports car, but I call it supercar. The S segment. Body style. Two versions you can have is two versions you can get is a two-door Berlinetta and a two-door retractable hardtop convertible. The layout is rear mid-engine, and rear-wheel drive. So rear mid-engine and rear-wheel drive, like any other sports car for its layout. Next up is powertrain, because this is a good one. The engine is a 4.5 liter Ferrari F136 F naturally aspirated V8. Power output for both the 458 Italia and Spider is 562 horsepower. For the Speciale edition, as Italian for special edition, makes 597 horsepower, which is an extra 35 more than the standard Ferrari 458. 35 more, that's brilliant. Next up, transmission is a 7-speed automatic, which is a dual clutch. So dual clutch. Next up is dimensions. So dimensions, wheelbase 2650 millimeters, 104.3 inches. So that's wheelbase. Length 4,527. So 4,527 millimeters, 178.2 inches. So that's length. Width is 1,937 millimeters, The width 1937 millimeters, 76.3 inches. Says width, height 1213 millimeters, 47.8 inches. Curb weighs next. It weighs in at 3,450 pounds, which is 1,565 kilos, which is not really that bad actually for a Ferrari. Well, almost 1.6 tons, or almost 3,500 pounds, but it's not that really bad, or 3,600 pounds roughly. But still, it's not that bad really for the curb weight. It's not bad. 3,450 pounds. Say 3,450 pounds, 1,565 kilos. Again, it's not really bad. Next up is chronology. Predecessor Ferrari F430. So there's two types of Ferraris for the chronology. For the predecessor F430, it's the F430. Successor, the 488. Now on specifications. In Ferrari's first official announcement of the car, the 458 was described as the successor to the F430, but arising from an entirely new design, incorporating technologies developed from the company's experience in F1. So F1 is Formula One. The body computer system was developed by Magneti Marelli. Now we got the engine. The 458 is powered by a 4.5 liter naturally aspirated engine of the Ferrari slash Maserati F136 V8 family, generating a power output 562, so at 9,000 RPM, 562 horsepower, and at 6,000 RPM is 540, so 540 newton meters, 398 pound-feet of torque. So 540 newton meters, so 540 newton meters with 398 pound-feet of torque at 6,000 RPM, with 80% of torque available at 3,250 RPM. The engine features direct fuel injection, a first for Ferrari mid-engine setups in its road cars. Now we got transmission or gearbox. The only gearbox available on the 458 is a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox by German transmission company called Getrag. Say Getrag. Transmission. The only transmission available, or gearbox. So the only gearbox available on the 458 is a 7-speed dual clutch auto gearbox by Getrag in a different state of tune, shared with the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, which kind of has the same gearbox roughly, I think. So gearbox wrong. So the only gearbox available on the 458 is a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox by Getrag in a different state of tune, shared with the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. There's no traditional manual option, making this the first mainstream model to not be offered with a manual gearbox. Now we got the gear ratios from first to seventh, and then the final drive. So first is a 3.08, second So first one was 3.08. So first 3.08. So 3.08 for the first gear. Second 2.18. Third 1.63. Fourth 1.29. Fourth 1.29. 1.03. Sixth 0.84. So sixth gear 0.84, and seventh is 0.69 with a final drive ratio of 5.14. So 5.14 for its final drive ratio. I'm no good at ratios at all. I never was. Next up is handling. It is got good handling, I'll be honest. So it's pretty good. The car's suspension has double wishbones at the the car's suspension has double wishbones at the front and a multi-link setup at the rear, coupled with E-diff. So with E-diff and F1 traction control systems, designed to improve the car's both cornering and longitudinal acceleration by 32%. So 32% when compared with its predecessors. The brakes include a pre-fill function whereby the brakes include a pre-fill the brakes include a pre-fill function whereby the pistons in the calipers move the pads into contact with the discs or rotors on liftoff to minimize delay in the brakes being applied. So in other words, the brakes will be delayed by a short amount of time. There will be a short amount of time on delay for the brakes, so it could work properly. So the brakes include a pre-fill function whereby the pistons in the calipers move the pads into contact with the rotors or discs on liftoff to minimize delay in the brakes being applied. This combined with ABS, anti-lock braking system, and standard carbon ceramic brakes have caused a reduction in stopping distance from 100 to 0 kilometers an hour, 62 or 60 miles an hour. Well, 60 is like 97 kilometers an hour, roughly right there. So 62 to 0 miles an hour to 107 feet, 32.5 meters. It's 107 feet, 32.5 meters. It's 107 feet, 32.5 meters. Tests have shown the car will stop from 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour in 90 feet, 27 meters, or in 85 feet, 26 meters, with run flat tires. 85 feet, 26 meters from 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour, and 85 feet, 26 meters from 60 miles an hour. So 60 miles an hour. So 85 feet, 26 meters from 97 kilometers an hour or 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour, and 80 feet, 24 meters from 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour with run flat tires. The adaptive I have to try to say this word. Magnetorheological. So magnetorheological. There we go. Magnetorheological dampers. So the adaptive magnetorheological dampers were co-developed with BWI Group, which is Beijing West Industries. Now we got performance. Ferrari's official 0 to 100 km an hour, 0 to 60 mile an hour acceleration time is 3.4 seconds. The top speed is over 325 kilometers an hour, 202 miles an hour. It has fuel consumption combined cycle, which is ECE plus EUDC, don't really know what it is, of 13.3 liters. So it has fuel consumption in a combined cycle, ECE plus EUDC of 13.3 liters, 100 kilometers, 21.2 important miles per gallon. Don't really know why it's important for 21.2 mpg. I don't know, but in the US it is 17.7 miles per gallon, while producing 307 grams per kilometer of CO2. It says CO2. Next up is design. Alright, so in keeping with a Ferrari tradition, in keeping with Ferrari tradition, the body was designed by Pininfarina, under the leadership of Donato Coco, who's an Italian car designer born in Foggia in Apulia, Italy in 1956. And he was known for designing some of Ferrari's recent cars, and he was head of design at Lotus from 2009 to November 2014. The main cars that I know he did was the Ferrari 458 and the Ferrari California and whatnot. So in keeping with Ferrari tradition, the body was designed by Pininfarina under the leadership of Donato Coco, the Ferrari designer. So the Ferrari design director during 2009, where the Ferrari 458 was first being made. So where the Ferrari 458 was being made. So the Ferrari design director in keeping with Ferrari tradition. So in keeping with Ferrari tradition, the body was designed by Pininfarina under the leadership of Donato Coco, the Ferrari design director during 2009. The interior design of the Ferrari 458 Italia was done by Bertrand Rapatel, who was a French automobile designer and the director of Ferrari interior design. It's pretty cool. The car's exterior, both styling and features. So styling and features were designed for aerodynamic efficiency, producing downforce of 140 kilos, which is around 309 pounds roughly. So at 200 kilometers an hour, 124 miles an hour. In particular, the front grille features deformable winglets that lower at high speeds in order to offer reduced drag. The car's interior was designed using input from a former Ferrari F1 or Formula 1 driver, the German Formula 1 racing driver Michael Schumacher, which, as you guys pretty much know, he had he suffered a brain injury in a skiing accident. So in a skiing accident in December 2013, a month after Paul Walker passed away. May rest in peace, Paul. And he was placed in a medically induced coma in June 2014, and that was 4 months after Need for Speed was even released. and he left the hospital in Grenoble in France for further rehabilitation at the Lausanne University Hospital before being relocated to his home to receive medical treatments and rehabilitation privately in September 2014. And I feel I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I'm truly upset that he had suffered this. I mean, but thank God he was alive, though. Thank God for that. If he wasn't, the whole world would never be this. If he died, it would never be the same without Michael Schumacher. Ever. He was a really good Formula One driver. He was even in Top Gear as the Sting when he drove that Ferrari FXX, which wasn't even legal on the road, nor for the fact that it was not legal at all to be used like on a track. Well, when I say that, I mean like Clarkson took the time off the board, 1 minute 10.7 seconds, which was around 6.4 seconds faster than the Gumper Polo, because he used racing tires, like racing slicks, which didn't really like they had like in Top Gear, like for lap times they had rules for what cars are supposed to have if they're road legal, like with air conditioning, stereos, proper tires, all that stuff. They can go on a board. If cars don't have that, then they cannot go on the board. Even for a fact, like the front bumpers, usually the front splitters. And there was one, a Scari A10, that was on the lap board, like 1 minute 17.3 it was? Yeah, it was 1 minute 17.3, which could actually go on the streets because it can go over speed bumps electrically, like raise up and lower down the suspension electrically. Some cars these days have this kind of like air suspension system, like for example the 911 GT3 RS 4.0 from 2016 in the Grand Tour against the M4 GTS. The Porsche electrically rises up so it can go over speed bumps. Whereas the BMW just have to take off the front splitter with all the tools in order for it to go over bumps. So I decided to go with a Porsche because with a BMW for that particular reason would be a nightmare. With a Porsche, it's just probably just the best. It's useful. Anyways, back to the Ferrari. So the car's exterior styling and features were designed for aerodynamic efficiency, producing downforce of 140 kilos, 309 pounds. So 140 kilos, 309 pounds. That's 200 kilometers an hour. So 200 kilometers an hour, 124 miles an hour. In particular, the front grille features deformable winglets that lower at high speeds. So high speeds in order to offer reduced drag. The car's interior was designed using inputs from a former Ferrari F1 driver Michael Schumacher, in a layout common to race cars. So race cars, the new steering wheel incorporates many controls normally located on the dashboard or on the stalks, such as turn signals or high beams. But most of all of it's on the steering wheel. Turn signals, lights, windshield wipers, everything. Yeah. The car's interior was designed using input from Formula F1 Ferrari F1 driver Michael Schumacher in a layout common to race cars. The new steering wheel incorporates many controls normally located on the dashboard or on the stalks, such as turn signals or high beams. According to British car magazine So car magazine, Autocar. I was familiar with that Autocar. It was interesting. It's an Autocar. James May got fired from that one time for stories about it a little bit. So according to British car magazine, Autocar, say Autocar or Autocar, as they say it. I say it like that just to like say it properly, because sometimes I can't really say it well. So, according to British car magazine Autocar, there we go. The Ferrari, so the 458 Italia's, so the 458 Italia's design has drawn inspiration from the Enzo Ferrari, and its Milachili concept car. It has been designed. It's been designed to be Ferrari's sportiest V8 engined car, to distinguish itself from the entry-level California. That was in like the States where I want to move to one day, but the Ferrari California. Now we got the variants, starting off with the Ferrari 458 Spider Edition from 2011. So 2011, my favorite year is. So 2011, my favorite year, to 2015. So the 458 Spider was introduced at the 2011 Frankfurt Motor Show. This convertible variant of the 458, so 458 Italia, features an aluminum retractable hardtop, which, according to Ferrari, weighs 25 kilos, 55 pounds less than the soft roof, such as the one found on the F430 Spider. It requires 14 seconds for operation. The engine cover has been redesigned to accommodate the retractable roof system. It has the same 0 to 100 km/h, 0 to 60 acceleration time as the Coupe, but has a lowered top speed of 320 km/h, approximately 200 miles an hour, due to the added weight. And by the way, that version of the Ferrari is the same as on the cover game of Forza Motorsport 4 2011. So they used the cover car for this version of the Ferrari 458. It's brilliant. So thought I'd let you guys know. Anyways, now we got the 458 Speciale Edition from 2013, my most favorite year, and then 2015. Said 2015. The 458 Speciale was unveiled in 2013 at the Frankfurt Motor Show as the high-performance variant of the Ferrari 458. So, of the 458 Italia. Distinctions of the Speciale over the standard 458 Italia are the forged wheels, vented hood, finned side sills, a taller rear wing, and redesigned bumpers, which include active aerodynamics, designed by Ferrari Styling Center in cooperation with Pininfarina. Front and rear movable flaps, balance downforce and cut drag at speed. The engine was revised with power increased at 9,000 RPM to 597 horsepower. So at 9,000 RPM, same RPM as a 911 GT3 and GT3 RS, and 540 newton meters, 398 pound-feet of torque at 6,000 RPM. Electronic systems were updated to, and side slip angle control, or SSC, was introduced. So introduced to improve car control. So yeah, car control on the limits. SSC. So SSC performs instant-to-instant analysis on the car's side slip, like the aerodynamics, comparing it with the target value, and then optimizing both torque management via integration with F1 traction control and torque distribution between the two wheels. So torque distribution between the two wheels via integration with the EDIF electronic differential. The Speciale accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds flat. Boom, 3 seconds flat. 0 to 200 kilometers an hour, 0 to 120 miles an hour in 9.1 seconds. So if they just take that tenth of a second off, it would be 9 seconds flat. That would kind of be the same kind of speed as Dominic Toretto's Charger did it in the movie, as he mentions 9 seconds flat. When Brian says, oh, I forgot. Hold on. When did she run? That's what he says. And then Dom says 9 seconds flat, which would have smoked out the Supra. But in reality, I wouldn't even think if it did a 9 second quarter mile, that's impossible. You need a bigger engine with a lot more power than that to get a 9 second quarter mile time. Anyways, I talked about that car like a couple months ago, I think. I can't remember. But it was long ago. So the Speciale accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds flat, 0 to 200 kilometers an hour, 0 to 120 miles an hour in 9.1 seconds. Ferrari declared a Fiorano test track lap time of 1 minute 23.5 seconds, only 0.5 seconds slower than the 2012, I think, F12 Berlinetta, which had at a time of 1 minute 23 seconds flat. So in 2012 it was, yeah, up until 2017. So in 2012, 2017. So Ferrari declared a Fiorano test track lap time of 1 minute. So Ferrari declared a Fiorano test track lap time of 1 minute 23.5, only 0.5 seconds slower than a F12 Berlinetta. Lateral acceleration now reaches 1.33 Gs. Only 1,309 were made. So over 1,300 of those cars were made. Now we got the 458 Speciale A. So the Ferrari 458 Speciale A, or Aperta. So 458 Speciale Aperta edition from 2014 to 2015. So the 458 Speciale A is the convertible variant of the 458 Speciale, so the 458 Speciale A is the convertible variant of the 458 Speciale, which was unveiled at the 2014 Paris Motor Show. The A stands for Aperta, or Aperta, which is Italian for open, and the model was limited to only 499 examples, or round up like 500 of them. 49 right-hand drive examples, well, mainly 50. So 50 right-hand drive examples. Just like the Speciale Coupe, the Aperta has a 4.5 liter So 4.5-liter naturally aspirated V8, which generates a power output of 597 horsepower and 398 pound-feet. 398 pound-feet, 540 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour takes 3 seconds, and the Spider is capable of a top speed of 320 kilometers an hour, 199 miles an hour, almost 200 miles an hour roughly. It was the most powerful street legal naturally aspirated Ferrari automobile the company had ever launched in a convertible variant, until it was surpassed by the 790 horsepower naturally aspirated V12 of the LaFerrari Aperta in 2017, which I talked about that car a month ago or two, I can't remember. Now we got special editions. So we got the 458 Italia China edition from 2012. So the 2012 458 Italia China edition. So China edition, only 20 of them were made, is a limited version of the 458 Italia for the Chinese market, built to commemorate the 20th anniversary. So 20th anniversary of Ferrari in China, since the first Ferrari, the 348 TS, was ordered in Beijing, in the capital of China. It's distinguished by its Marco Polo red body color, golden dragon graphic on the front hood, golden dragon graphic on the front hood, golden black livery stripes symbolizing a racetrack, gold painted wheels, gold aero-elastic winglets, gold embroidery on the car's headrests, engine start button inscribed with the simplified Chinese characters, so Chinese characters for start, and a 20th anniversary special edition plaque on the dash. The car was unveiled at the Italia Center of Shanghai World Expo Park. Next is one-offs. Starting off with the 2012 SP12 EC. The Ferrari SP12 EC is a one-off sports car built by Ferrari for English musician Eric Clapton under Ferrari's Special Projects program, and based on the 458 Italia. It was revealed in May 2012 and shown at the 2013 Goodwood Festival of Speed. The bespoke SP12 EC's bodywork is inspired by that of the Ferrari 512 BB, which is Berlinetta Boxer, and was designed by Ferrari Styling Center in collaboration with Pininfarina. It uses the mechanicals of the 458 Italia, including a 4.5-liter V8 engine and a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. Although many of the car's technical details are considered confidential, the car reportedly costs 10 million quid. That's a lot of money. It's less than the 250 GTO. That starts at 40 million roughly. Now we got the Pininfarina Sergio edition. Say Pininfarina Sergio from 2013. Say 2013. The Pininfarina concept car, named in memory. So named in memory of long-standing chairman Sergio Pininfarina, who's also an Italian automobile designer and senator for life. Born September 8th, 1926, passed away July 3rd, 2012. So, may rest in peace. We miss you, pal. So we're still on the Pininfarina Sergio 2013. The Pininfarina concept car, named in memory of long-standing chairman Sergio Pininfarina, is a modern interpretation of the two-seater Barchetta built upon the 458 Spider's mechanicals. In keeping with the traditional open Barchetta body style, it has no windshield. Two matching helmets are provided for both the driver and passenger. The car was first shown in March 2013 at the Geneva Motor Show. According to Pininfarina, the Sergio was developed like a production car, and therefore it could be produced in limited numbers. Ferrari built 6 units of the Ferrari Sergio in collaboration with Pininfarina. Pininfarina in 2015 and sold it to hand-picked customers. The production version incorporates a target top body style due to complexities and high production costs arising in production. The original design of the car. They used the engine of the 458 Speciale, and each unit reportedly costs $3 million US. It's the same as the Mustang in Need for Speed 2014. That cost like $3 million, or roughly under that, like 2.7, I think it was $2.7 million, like $300,000 less than the $3 million mark in Need for Speed 2014. Anyways, so the yellow and matte black car shown at the 2015 Geneva Motor Show was delivered new to its first owner in Switzerland. Its VIN number is ZFF7 5VH B000 205529, and it was offered at RM Sotheby's. I can't really pronounce that. It's SOTHEBY, and then a little dash on the top, and then S, Monaco auction. It's a Monaco auction in May 2018. So 2018. The car had 200 kilometers, 120 miles from new, and an estimate of between 2.5 and 3 million euros. The car sold for an unknown amount, so we don't know how much it was sold for. A silver Argento, which is spelled ARGENTO, Nürburgring, and matte black car was offered for sale at Gooding and Co.'s 2019 Pebble Beach, California auction, with 78 miles, less than 80 miles from new, and an estimate of between 2.5 and $3 million. So 2.5 and $3 million. The car's VIN is ZFF7. So ZFF7 5VFA 5E0, so 5E0205934, and it was delivered new to a European racing driver. We don't know which one, but we'll never know. It didn't sell them, so it didn't really sell them. And next up is the 2016 458 MM Special. So 2016 458 MM Speciale. So 2016 458 MM Speciale. Gotta take any breaths. Alright. 2016 458 MM Speciale. Here we go. The 458 Speciale. So the 458 Speciale MM is a one-off supercar or sports car based on the Ferrari 458 Speciale and built for a British customer. The design pays homage to the Ferrari 288 GTO and incorporates both handcrafted aluminum and carbon fiber parts. So aluminum and carbon fiber components, I would say. All right. Alright, so I'm going to take a bit of a break right now. I'm on racing, because it's just going to take forever, like over 45 minutes. So for my next Ferrari video for the 458 will be about racing, and then I got awards, recalls, marketing, and illicit trade practices investigation. So at the moment I'm on racing, but that'll be for my next Ferrari video. So if you guys like this first part, like it, subscribe, comment down below. So comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you are alerted of when I make new uploads. Alright, I'll see you guys a little bit later for my next part. But until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. Peace.